Welcome everybody back to the channel. My name is CraigCrash, and today we have now crossed over into MLB The Show 21. Some new content on the way. It was very exciting. So I've created a new Diamond Dynasty team. I'm going to introduce you to not just the lineup, but I'm going to introduce you to the jerseys, which are very sick, very awesome. And then we're going to get into the first pack opening of MLB The Show 21. It's going to be a lot of fun. Very excited to get into it. MLB The Show 21 is a long time coming. It's crazy to look back on MLB The Show 20. It's a game that got us through a pandemic and kind of kept us busy while all the uncertainty of the world was happening around us. But now it is time for a new year, a new game. Very excited to get into the content this season. It's been a lot of fun playing so far, been grinding it a lot. So can't wait to share that with you right now. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do enjoy it, make sure you leave it a like, subscribe if you are new, tell someone you love them, and let's get right into the video. One of the best parts of getting into a new MLB The Show game, at least for me, is creating my uniforms for Diamond Dynasty. It's always a lot of fun. The way I usually approach it, and the way I approached it last year with the Little Chicago Predators, is I think of what would, if they were to bring a team to my area of Indiana, if they were to bring an MLB or minor league team to Indiana, what would that team be called? That's kind of where the way we went with last year's team design. But this year, just like I did a couple of years ago in 2019, I decided to make this year's team based off of a video game. And you see the team name up there at the top. It is Saboteurs. We went with an Among Us theme. Right now, some of the top videos on the channel are Among Us, and so I wanted to pay homage to that. So we are the Polis Saboteurs, a team name picked by the community. Thank you guys all for helping me decide on that, and shout out to Yay Nikki TV, because she approved it, especially because the abbreviated version that I have is POS, which, you know, of course stands for piece of crap, but of course the cuss word for crap. So one thing I didn't do last year with MLB The Show content is I didn't do a good job of telling you guys, hey, this is my team. This is why you should care about, you know, that beginning sequence of every pack opening video where I'm showing you, me finishing off the map. So I wanted to, kind of log how my team is developing over the season. So we're about, let's see, MLB The Show early release was the 16th. Recording this video, it's the 24th. So over the first 8 days, this is what my team looks like. First, we've got Tyler Stevenson as the catcher. He's the Reds catcher, one of the tops now players you can get. He had a amazing week of baseball, so he kind of gets featured there. We've got Chris Bryant, a personal favorite of mine, Chicago Cubs, shout out. He's at first. We've got Gio Urshela of the Yankees at second. We've got Tim Anderson of the White Sox at short. He's also my shortstop in on one of my fantasy baseball teams, so that's got a little bit of a sentimentality factor for me. Then we've got Justin Turner over at the hot corner. I feel like I start with Justin Turner almost every season. Then we've got Will Myers in the left, Ricky Henderson in center, and Roberto Clemente, who you got for free at the beginning of the year, over in right. And then pitching staff, we've got Pedro Martinez, a new legend that they pretty much give you right away. That's pretty awesome. Very excited to see that. Then we've got Carlos Rodon, who threw a no-hitter a couple of weeks ago. Tyler Glasnow, who I pitched really well with his Player of the Month card last year, so very excited to have him back. Tony Gonsolin, Jake Odorizzi of the Astros, then in the bullpen, Michael Kopech, Darwinzon Hernandez, who's really only still in my bullpen because of his name, Brutus Gratterall, who pitched really well for the Dodgers last year in the playoffs, Daniel Norris, lefty out of the pen. We've got Dylan Betances, former Yankee there. We've got Darren O'Day and Zach Britton, both former Orioles pitchers turned Yankees, and then Giovanni Gallegos as the closer for the moment. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to kind of show you guys what my team looks like, why you should care about that little highlight film at the beginning of the pack opening videos, because before then you kind of just saw who my players were, but not how I obtained them. These were all either players that I was given at the beginning of the season through pack openings, or I've been able to earn them through like tops rewards and things like that. So these are players that are, I haven't paid for any of these players. These are all free, which is really nice to see. Oh yeah, I forgot to cover my bench. I've got Buster Posey, Leonardo Nunez, Barry Larkin, I think that's his rookie card, who's really fast, shortstop there, David Bodie, and Jorge Soler. So all of these guys, players that you get off the rip. So right away, I mean, my team's a 79 overall. Obviously, that will improve over time, but Diamond Dynasty and MLB The Show in general, San Diego Studios does a great job of equipping you with a good team right out of the gate so you can get right in and not feel like you're up against it or at some sort of disadvantage because your team is, you know, all common base players. And not very good right off the rip. They actually, you know, already we have several diamonds and then, you know, golds and silvers pretty much the rest of the way out. So that's really cool. So enough about all that. We're about ready to take on the final stronghold on the map, the San Francisco Giants. As you can see, and we've already tackled all the rest of these strongholds on the map except for this one, so this will kind of finish out the map here, and then we got to collect the rest of the territories. If you're unfamiliar to Conquest, basically what you do is you start off at a, you know, base. So the base for this map was down at the bottom here, the one I've got highlighted in orange there. That's where you started. You get a, you know, I think like 10 or so fans off the rip, and you have to basically conquer the entire map. So you steal fans from these other strongholds. These were all other teams. I think this was I can't remember who that was. I think that might have been the Royals. And then this was the Phillies up here. The Mariners were over here as well. So, like, you just take fans from different teams, weaken their strongholds, and then eventually you take over those strongholds. And once you conquer all the strongholds and all the territories on the map, that's how you complete the Conquest map. So, we're going to go ahead and capture this last stronghold here with the San Francisco Giants. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, let's go ahead and get right into the game action.
That's a hit.
There we go. That's what we wanted. Test the arm, test the arm. Stand on three, let's go. Hey, you know what? We'll take it because the run scores.
That first run of the ball game is a Crosby score. That one drilled him. Safe. Here comes the 1-1. Now a ball line hard toward right center.
Ooh, this is going to get down. It's going to score another run.
Triples alley out here in right center for extra bases. And he's in safely at third.
Good insurance run there. Let's go.
Giovanni Gallegos, 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound. You can tell by the hitter's balance after that swing that he's seeing the ball really good. His timing is right there, and I expect him to catch something clean. They say that's a Hall of Fame pitch. And that is swung on and missed. Things are starting to look bleak here for the home none. High strike that time. It's 0-1.
Oh, popped up. Gallegos over to catch it, and there you have it.
Got it. And it's official. It's a no-hitter. Well, that's a
no-hitter, perfect game.
We're taking over, and that's exactly what they
Final stronghold taken over. All right, so here are the packs we have to choose from here. We've got 10 regular The Show packs. We've got 2 Ballin' is a Habit packs. And then we've got some other packs that you get from the first inning program. These are just to basically stockpile you with players. A choice pack of 2 gold players, 1 choice pack of a gold player. These are all legends, I believe, so you get to choose from those players there. Those are the packs I'm going to start off with. Just in case you're unfamiliar, these are just the standard packs, so pretty much, you know, contains 4 players, 1 assorted item, so you can get pretty much anything from these packs. But usually, you know, because they're so common, you don't get, you know, usually it's a big deal if you can pull, you know, a high tier card from one of these packs. Then you have Ballin' is a Habit, where you get a guaranteed gold. Now, this early in the season, you would likely see, you know, those golds get kept. I know later in the year, as you get like more diamond players, you are then more apt to just go ahead and you know, sell the Ballin' is a Habit. So you would see those cards get sold off for 1,000 stubs each. Well, that's how you gain stubs to go get players that you want out on the shop. And then you can also sell these the cards you get in these packs as well, although they're not as high value. So so we start out with 12,000, pretty much 13,000 stubs with this pack opening. Like I said, probably won't see a lot of stubs get made on this pack opening just because it is the first one of the year. So a lot of these players that we might pull, if we do pull a high profile card, we're going to be more apt to just go ahead and keep them to help bolster our lineup early on. So let's go ahead and get into some of these other packs. We already have the Larkin. We already have a Pedro Martinez, so that means we're going to add Tony Gwynn to the team here. Then we get a choice between Harmon Killebrew and Andrew Jones because we already have that Orlando Hernandez. So let's go ahead and just pick up that Andrew Jones. He probably won't be on my lineup, but we'll go ahead and pick him up. I remember, when I was first getting kind of into my diehard fandom, I remember Andrew Jones. I think he was on the Braves at one point. So I do remember him, so we'll go ahead and pick him up for sentimental reasons. Then the gold pack here. You get a choice between Wade Boggs, Joe Morgan, and Dan Plesac. Joe Morgan's got a lot of speed, so I may pick him up for my speed off the bench, although I think he can only play second. And what does Wade Boggs play? I don't even know. He plays... I wish it would show me. It just says he plays first base. I can't remember. Oh, I guess it looks like he plays third. So yeah, we have Reynaldo Nunez right now in that spot, so let's go ahead and pick up a good old Wade Boggs. I'm down with that. 84 guy, most likely coming off my bench or just being my standalone third baseman. I dig it. All right, let's go ahead and hop into the standard packs here. Like I said, we're not expecting a whole lot. We do get a bronze card, Trevor Cahill. Now, early on in MLB The Show, you're looking for just basically to stockpile your players. Jock Peterson, Cubs. Now, one thing about this year is that the Team Affinity, which is basically a program that you can do specifically for. In the past, it was for a specific team, like you would do the Cubs Team Affinity or whatever. Now, this year, they kind of grouped it all into NL Central, AL Central, and on. So, some of these pulls will be really good because I can actually use them in my Team Affinity team, and you can rack up innings that way. So that is going to be nice, and that's a good thing. You get a chance to use a lot of these players in different kind of ways, and then later on in the year they're basically just good for exchanges, which we'll get into that as the time comes. Freddie Peralta, that's a really good pull for the Team Affinity side of things, so we're pumped about that. Let's see, halfway through here. Let's see if we get anything like, wouldn't it be insane if we got like a diamond pull? I've jinxed it probably already by saying that, but we'll see what we can do. And we get Nick Whitengren, got that Corey Ray card already. But yeah, I am excited we got Jock Peterson, which is nice because then you can also use these players to do exchanges. So there's a lot of different things you can use these cards for. Early on in the season, and like I said, later they're used for exchange times too, so definitely put to good use. Silver card, not bad. Let's see what we get. We get David Peralta. That's the card. I mean, that's the card there. That's the one we want. David Peralta, kind of an inside joke between me and some of my friends. He just basically has punished me, whether it be in fantasy baseball or MLB The Show. He seems to be the guy that is always my nemesis. So a good card to end on there. We like that. All right, let's go ahead and get into Ball as a Habit. Like I said, guarantees you a gold card. So let's see what we've got. All right, we get one gold. It's Nelson Cruz, and honestly, you get a lot of gold outfielders. Our outfielder's pretty stacked right now. Let's go ahead and sell him. Let's go ahead and get us to 1,500 stubs. I am definitely down with that. So let's go ahead and sell Nelson Cruz. Get us to 15,000 stubs. Make a little bit off this pack opening. Final pack here. What do we get? Got Jake Cronenworth of the San Diego Padres. So he's got a lot of position utility, which is nice. I didn't get a chance to see what actually he's able to play, but there you have it. I mean, not a lot of cards right off the rip, but they also did a good job this year. They gave a lot of smaller conquest maps. If I had known the first conquest map wasn't going to give me this a lot of rewards, or as many rewards as maybe we're used to, I probably would have gone ahead and just kept all the rewards from the other starter conquest maps they gave you, because they did give you rewards from those as well. So hey, we made some stubs, which is all you can really ask for from a pack opening. So it gets us from 13,000 basically to over 15,000, so we got a little bit of leeway there, so we can go buy players if we need to do exchanges or complete a certain amount of innings for daily challenges. And then we also got some players we're going to plug into our lineup, whether it be our team affinity where we try to grind innings for the NL Central, or just in general our A team. So a very successful pack opening. I think MLB The Show 21's content is off to an amazing start. I'm really enjoying it. So like I said, if you did go on to enjoy the video, make sure you leave it a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.